All right, family, it's your brother Asad, and we are back again with another quick video. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notifications bell so that you'll be notified when we drop new content on this channel. Secondly, in terms of housekeeping, we gotta make sure we send a special and a particular and a peculiar type of love to our South African family for all the love that they have shown this channel, and we greatly appreciate it. As you can see, we already clowned. As you can see, we started clowning before we started pressing record. Third, March Madness starts now. Now. We leave in less than a week. When you see this, my South African family, it will be less than a week, and we will be bam, 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 bam in South Africa, and it's going down.
What you say? Isn't that like swimwear?
I said that.
Isn't that like swimwear?
And so today we got our sister on to discuss our agenda for March Madness. And I mean, we talked about it before, but this thing is really ridiculous the way this stuff has popped off. So y'all remember her from her first episode with us, and now she back. She is our traveling partner. Her brother will be coming with us. This will be his first. I wish we could have got him on tonight. This will be his first time in SA.
He tired, boss. He tired, boss.
He doing work. He doing work, but that's all right. Because I think once he get
that
to
fist done before we leave.
Ooh, and I saw your yard too. Lord have mercy. That's a big old man. Look, he need to go to Lowe's and get him some of our Hispanic brothers and sisters.
Get some help.
Come on, I ain't get this money.
That thing would have been finished. Would have been finished.
You know, hey, listen, all they gonna be playing is Julio Iglesias and drinking Coronas. Well,
not the Corona.
Cruz.
Not the Corona.
That's your mama's age group.
But look, we know that they're gonna get the job done.
Right.
Big facts. Man, so we got Brandy in the building tonight. What's going on, B?
Hello.
B. B, somebody told me.
What?
I ain't gonna go there.
Come on, you already started.
You starting off trying to spill some tea.
No. B. So last time you was on here, you got a lot of attention from the fellas. So what's been going on with that? Let's start there, and then we'll get into March Madness. Because you might have some dates that we don't know about, some other agenda items.
Don't call us and be like, I can't make it. I won't be doing it, y'all.
We got dinner plans on Thursday. Oh, well, no, what I forgot to tell you was.
Let me check my calendar. Hold up. Am I available? I'm not playing with y'all. Oh, my God. All right.
We will start playing. So what's on the agenda for March Madness? So what you got going on with the University of Pretoria and Steve Biko? I know we talked about it before, but I know that the plans have expanded.
So get this, how the stars always align when the easy button is in effect, right?
Yeah.
So my staff are just now finding out that I'm going to be leaving next week to go to South Africa. So everybody all up in arms, right? So I was coordinating some things, which I wasn't going to tell them to the last minute anyway, but I was coordinating some care plan meetings for patients, and they wanted to do it next week on Wednesday. I said, that's too close. That's too close to Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm already halfway checked out. Wednesday will be done early. I'm not gonna be thinking about nothing but United Airlines.
Right.
So she's like, well, why? This is a speech therapist I'm talking to. She's like, well, why we can't do it? I said, well, I'm going to South Africa next week. She's like, oh my God, I'm jealous. Where are you going? So I had to give it a whole story about where I'm going and what I'm doing when I get there. So when I mentioned that I was going to be doing some work and research at Steve Biko, she was like, Steve Biko, you going to the Steve Biko hospital? I'm oblivious to why she's so excited, right?
Yeah.
She's older to me. She's about 52 years old.
She a white woman?
So she said, yeah.
See, they'd be knowing.
Man,
They
she
be knowing.
said,
They know.
I'm saying speech therapist. She's my occupational therapist.
Okay.
She said, I know all about Steve Biko. Like she talking to me like she's a sister. She said, that's the first movie. Cry for Freedom is the first movie that I saw Denzel Washington in.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington played Steve Biko.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now, check this out. Call it ignorant, but I knew nothing about Steve Biko. It was purely coincidental that I chose that hospital to go to. Right? Yeah. Purely coincidental.
Yeah.
So when she told me that, I'm like, man, I gotta go research this because I need to know about, who was this guy and blah, blah. So I watched the whole movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I sent you the link. I watched the whole movie. When I finished, I was almost in tears.
Man, listen. Go ahead.
So the other ironic part of it all was that Steve Biko died from a traumatic brain injury.
In the jail cell.
In the jail, right?
Yeah.
And what's my specialty, right?
Right.
TBIs. Traumatic brain injury.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's right. I know you're neurology, but I know it's special TBI.
That's what all my patients are. All of my patients are TBIs.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh man, come on, stars, keep on the line, right?
Yeah.
So I'm reading about, and I just actually found out. I was doing some more. I was reading about him, and they mentioned the TBI. I know he was tortured. But I didn't know that the actual autopsy said traumatic brain injury. I just actually found that out right before we got on. Yeah. So I'm like, man, what is this not where I'm supposed to be? Like, that's my thing. This is what I do. And so then it makes sense because a few days ago, confirming everything with Dr. Pally, her name is Minesh Pally, about me coming. She's like, yeah, we can't wait. We're excited. Definitely can't wait to give you a warm welcome, blah, blah, blah. She said, she said, I've been crazy busy because we're trying to get our stroke unit up and going. I said, perfect timing. That's one of my passions. She was like, I know, we talked about it. I can't wait for you to get here. Wow. So I'm just like, man, it's looking more and more expatish for me.
Man, look. I'm hearing you, and I love the excitement about it. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because I am checked out.
Hey,
I am checked out.
Man, I went to work, told my coworkers, I said, well, look, I gotta go on the announcement to make for y'all.
Like they ain't been.
I've been telling them for 2 years that I'm leaving to go to South Africa, but when I showed them that email, they were like, okay, you serious?
Leaving.
Yeah. I'm
leaving. Yeah, I'm gone.
They didn't expect it. And what's crazy is that I really have been saying it verbally, but I've been going. We went to South Africa 3 times in 1 year last year. And I've been telling these people, I'm leaving, I'm going, I'm out, I'm moving to South Africa. Let me show you some of the houses I'm looking at. Let me show you, right? And they ain't believe me.
They ain't paying
Let me tell you how crazy it is. My partner, my best friend. So last weekend we got a big old trailer to start cleaning out the house to get it ready. I'm about to say to get it ready for the sale, but I mean, I gotta clean up my English a little bit to get it ready to sell. And that's like when people go to the restaurant, be like, "Can I get it for the go?"
Know your mama raised you better than that.
But in South Africa, say we want this for takeaway, so we gotta switch up now. We don't say for the go no more. We gonna say takeaway.
Not a problem at all. Take it away.
But so I'm saying, like, man, I'm showing all this little junk that I done found stacked up in my house, World Book encyclopedias and old VHS stuff. And my best friend, who I've been calling, telling him, bro, I want y'all to come to South Africa with me. Negro take trips to Greece and all that type of stuff. So I'm like, bro, and he African. Like he from the continent. And I'm like, say, bro, won't you? Hey, cause when that was this time.
Yeah.
We were like, Adrian wasn't sure she would be able to make it. And I was like trying to find somebody to roll with me. So I'm reaching out to my line brother. I'm reaching out to him. And it's always this whole, I gotta see. Yeah. So
next year,
I'm telling him all these people that I'm leaving. I told him for the last 2 or 3 years.
yeah.
I mentioned that I got the stuff getting ready to sell the house. He gonna call me. Say, man, you really moving to Africa? Negro. What you think I was lying?
You don't lie about nothing like that. Just lie. I'm moving to South Africa. You just gonna lie.
For years. I guess because it's taken us so long, because we really started talking about this in 2020. Mm-hmm. That's the truth. We started talking about it in 2020. But to me, if I saw somebody, I mean, you know, we got like a little text message thread where we all just be on that clowning and you know, a Negro will go buy a new car, you know, like a Benz or something. You know how they do, and show it off, right? So I'm like, bro, y'all ain't seen a Negro that took his whole family to South Africa a couple of times.
About 3-4 times.
Signing on the thread.
Yeah, but they be like, oh, you know, King, you know, you're doing your thing or whatever have you. But every time I ask them, let's roll, let's take a trip, don't nobody want to. Now, if I ask them, let's go to Dominican Republic.
Oh,
they about that life.
Mm-hmm.
If I say, man, let's go to New York, let's go to Vegas and blow $5,000 at the crap table. I don't gamble, but you know, let's go to, man, where you want to go, King?
Because that's relatable. It's relatable. That's relatable. They feel like they could touch that. That's attainable to them. Most people don't be like, oh, where you going on vacation to? South Africa.
But B, let me say this, like, I could respect it if it was like, I don't know how to say, I'm trying to be very cautious. If I knew that these people didn't have the means, let me say it like
right.
When I know they got the means, and Negro, you African.
They don't have a desire. They don't have a desire.
Yeah.
But guess what? They'll be the main ones bragging when you get out there. Man, I got a party that lives out. Man, I'm going out there this summer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, bro. Well, now I got a trip to Joburg coming up.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I gotta go see my partner in Joburg. They bought some property out there.
Yeah. Yeah, won't brag on anything.
Ain't talk to him since before you left.
Oh man, that's crazy. So, oh Lord, I can't see nothing.
Oh, put them back on.
Man, we was driving, B. We was coming from across the river just now, and I ain't have my glasses on. Boy, that was straight up fantastic voyage. Straight up, you know what I'm saying? Daring adventure. Even when I take my glasses off, I look blind. Like I just took them off and realized my eyes ain't really open. But anyway, so the Steve Biko Hospital. So what's on the agenda there?
So I'm gonna do some rounds on patients with them. Okay. I'm going to sit in some meetings with the head of the departments. I'm going to do clinic with them. We're supposed to be having dinner or what have you. Guess we'll figure out the logistics of that once we get there. Schedule getting kind of tight. Yeah. So because it's being stretched a little thin.
1 week, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that
everybody is like, why you only gone for like a week and a couple of days? I'm thinking to myself, y'all just don't know. Because for me, you know, y'all planned this thing out. Y'all been doing this thing for some time. Me, I get there and be like, I don't feel like going back.
I'm gonna stay. Look, you remember when they canceled our thing? We was like, oh well.
I like, and look, my brother too. He bought that light.
Yeah, that's right.
He be like, you want to stay? Yeah. Man, let's stay. Okay, let's stay.
I might have to go and stay with him. Send Adrian back.
You be sucking it in Joburg.
I gotta come back. I got kids. Everything. Damn.
I'm gonna go and extend it for just 1 more week.
Look what I told them kids. I gotta start working on your passport before I leave. Because if I didn't sit for y'all,
I get you ready to come.
will be no problem.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, we gotta get our children passport renewed. And we're waiting until we come back to get their passport renewed because I think children only last how many years?
5.
5 years or something like that, as opposed to I know grown people last 12, huh?
You say grown people. Let me tell you how serious it is. I don't want no problems when I get to the
7 years.
no problems when I get to the airport. I done
Yeah.
went paid for TSA pre-check and global entry. Don't stop me. Don't ask me to take my shoes off.
Hold on, man. Let's go back. Stop making it bounce. Pause. Hold up.
It's gonna be like this.
People gonna be like, man, who she is? Why she getting this pass?
I was saying, how long it took you for global entry? What you did?
So I did. So global entry. Now, if you have global entry, it includes TSA pre-check, so you don't have to do it. But I did both of them at the same time because I didn't know what the turnaround time was for the global entry. I've already went and did the TSA and got my KTN number and all that or whatever. I'm still waiting for global entry to respond. It just says pending approval or something like that every time I check.
Yeah, I think it take a while. Yeah. So now what's the other one you called it?
TSA
TSA check, TSA pre-check.
What you got to do for that?
It was just like $85. I applied online. You could schedule the appointment. I scheduled the appointment maybe like 2 or 3 days after I did the application. Went there. I went to the one in LaPlace. They take your picture and do all kind of stuff. Maybe a couple of days later, I got my KTN, my number. That's
so
it.
now what that do? Because I don't know nothing about
You've never
that.
seen a little TSA
You go. I'ma watch you in line taking your shoes off. I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna see y'all later.
We're gonna be at the gate about an hour before us. Year after year, people keep saying like, y'all do too much international travel not to have, global entry. What do you?
Don't ask me to take my laptop out my bag or nothing. I'm not doing it. I don't have to.
What?
Well, on the way back, we gotta prioritize. We just gotta get it done.
We gonna because I
get it
It's
done.
$85. Now when I did the application for the global, which I know I'm gonna need eventually because I'm going back.
yeah.
It was $100.
Yeah.
But that ain't nothing. And people be talking about they got global entry because Doc from FAC, she got global entry or whatever.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
If you're moving around like that, you really do need it. Yeah.
Especially if you always try not to be late like me, because every minute is accounted for. Yeah. So if anything happened and it throws my time off, look, I ain't gotta worry too much. I don't really have to be there 2 hours before takeoff because I'm gonna just slide through that thing.
Yeah. See, Adrian, you and Adrian alike. I ain't no stickler for time. I ain't no stickler for me getting to work on time. Nobody else getting to work.
You like to play. But you know how security can take forever. I'll be like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Man, like
we'll relax when we're at the gate.
Yeah, you want to get there about 3 hours early. I'd be like, man, you really think them people going
But you see, I have to. So the kids are going to Atlanta before I leave.
Oh, okay.
They're going to Atlanta before I leave because my daughter said the last time I went and I left her with these kids, she didn't appreciate that. She said, you just be up and leaving and leave these kids here with me like I want to watch them. I said, okay, I'm going to do you a favor. This time, I'm going to send them to Atlanta. So they're going to go to Atlanta. They leave the day before I leave. So I know I'm going to be like trying to hustle and bustle and get everything done for myself. So when I get there, I'm gonna do like remember the guy that used to slide with the skates on social media.
Oh yeah, you roll up
with the diaper. That's how I'm gonna be.
Look like vitamin Q. Oh man! All right.
So my brother put me on that. My brother put me on that. He was the one that said, he was like, look, you need to go get TSA pre-check. You know, we could be all over the place or whatever. He said they're gonna be looking like, dang, what they famous or something?
And we all standing in line, all lonely.
And looking at y'all like y'all been doing it for too long. Y'all know better. Y'all know
I
y'all
know.
standing in that line.
Dog got a sniff all on you. I know, disrespectful.
I
Got the
feel
dog
ashamed.
sniffing on me, man.
Gotta take you through
Say,
and look.
so many people told us.
Put it off.
Yeah.
You
That's
gotta
on
do.
us.
My biggest pet peeve is I hate for my feet to touch the ground.
Yeah.
Even at home, I hate for my bare feet to touch the floor.
Like when you getting out the shower too?
Oh man, they got rugs everywhere, slippers everywhere,
Yeah.
towels everywhere. I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I'm had to get back in the shower, take another shower. Oh goodness.
So okay,
yeah.
we staying in Rosebank. You know, here's what I was thinking, B.
Mm-hmm.
They got some people who like Sandelli,
Mm-hmm.
Asha, even my Greg. Those Greg and Asha Americans, but then there's other people, Easy, and a few. I don't want to start naming names because I don't want to leave anybody out. But I was thinking, you know, I saw this. I don't know if you saw that post that I made on Mardi Gras Day. There's a sister. She's actually from New Orleans, and she's working at the Johannesburg Culinary School.
I sent that to my friend.
And she made a whole Mardi Gras meal.
She had the Mardi Gras flag. She had the Mardi Gras flag and their flag. I saw
big
that.
facts, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So what I was thinking was maybe one of them days while we're there, we could do like a red beans and rice dish for some of our kind of closest people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know, and invite them out. But I don't. See, I didn't say that out loud now. And people who don't get an invite be like.
I got about 3 packs of red beans in there. I need to put them in my bag.
Look, remember when the pandemic hit, everybody went out buying red beans?
I ain't talking about no blue runners either.
No, we got chameleon.
I'm talking about chameleon
in the pack. Yeah. You gotta soak them before you cook them.
I got the 1 pound and the 5 pound. Which one y'all want?
I got probably 10 pounds of the 1 pound ones. Yeah, I'm big facts over here. So I was thinking we could do something like that. And I'm sorry I said it out loud because if I forget to invite key people, because there's so many people, I apologize. But
you decide not to do it.
Oh, if I decide not to do it, that's true. Because I'd be like, I'm tired tonight.
You got my motto set for red beans.
Oh, this is a Harlem Nights. It don't make no sense. I got my mouth all set for orange juice, you know. But yeah, I think we should do that though. I think we should figure out one night, and then we have the I hope anybody that made it this far, y'all soldiers, generals, all that good stuff. We have the Saturday night or Saturday, maybe night or day, the meetup where we're gonna get everybody together, as many people as we can, and we're trying to decide what restaurant. I've asked for suggestions. There's been one restaurant in particular, I can't remember the name, it's come up at least 3 different times. So I think that may be the restaurant. I just want to Google it and see what the reviews are like and see if we have to make a reservation or whatever have you, especially if you're telling
space too.
Yeah, especially if you're telling them it's going to be 10, 15 people coming for one table. But
I like Tasha.
You like Tasha? Yeah, but look, we trying to do black owned and Tasha, they say she
you know the name
for the meetup. Yeah, for the meetup.
I think Tasha is Russian.
Yeah, she's Russian. Yeah, she's Russian. You know,
I thought they said she was. Did they say Russian? Did they say she?
No,
she's Russian.
One of them.
She ain't black Russian.
Black.
She is Russian.
We said it at the same time. She ain't black.
No disrespect to any of my other South African family, black, white, red, yellow, green, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But this is a conscious effort to make something radically simple and an effort to support Black-owned businesses, to make sure that the dollars rotate in communities and businesses that are often underserved and do not have the opportunity to have the that influx of cash and capital in one city. So this is not a exclusionary thing in terms of racist or anything like that. This is about empowering Black business. Bam, bam, bam. That's how we're gonna do. But
boom. Right.
I think Tasha Russian. And I don't know. And you know, they got problems going on with Russia and Ukraine right now.
Look, go there. Don't do it.
I don't want no parts of it.
I don't want no problems.
Right.
I'm just joking.
Like the dude on the skates. Let's skate back right by that subject.
We just joking. That's why we don't need to be. Listen, they don't need to sit us next to each other on the plane.
Man, we finna cut up.
They probably not.
Yeah, well,
Them people-
I got an exit row. As a poor man first class, I got me an exit row. I can't afford business class, and I got me an exit row seat where I can stretch my legs out. Get in. Put my book sack on the floor and put my feet up. Yeah, I ain't got nobody crossing all over in front of me talking about, excuse me, I gotta go to the bathroom. No, you got enough space, get up and walk.
Look what my brother said. That's the first thing he said. You got me an aisle seat, right?
Yeah.
I'll do aisle.
I can't ride that long time. I'm too tall.
Yeah, no, but aisle and exit row, it gotta be an exit row for me. Now, last time I had a Indian gentleman sitting next to me, and he kind of talked to me all the way there.
No, you talked to him.
It was.
Well,
Well, he wasn't.
I just remember I just sent you the message.
She did. She told me to stop talking to that man.
When that man
He
was
was
mad,
talking
said
back.
this to your ass.
He was talking back. He showing me all the pictures of his family and his house in Dallas.
It
And
will
he
make
told
friends anywhere.
he told me all kind of stuff, you know, about the economy and stuff, why he left, and you know, and all kind of stuff. But I thought he was talking to me. You was right. Yeah, he did send me that message. Yeah.
You know, people go through waves. Like sometimes they feel like talking, but then they're ready to wrap it up.
Yeah.
He kept on talking, sis. He kept on talking.
And
I
then,
was like, poor thing.
then I completely zoned out. I put the little thing.
I will be.
Look, put the little things in your ear.
I gotta use the restroom. Excuse me.
Man doing Eric get thrown all kind of hints, all kind of ways. He done went to the bathroom 4 times.
Yeah, man, but that was a good flight. But the exit row seat, big fact. So then on the way back, they canceled our flight, right?
Again?
They canceled our flight and rebooked us for like later on that day or something like that. What was it?
It's a day later or something.
We had to stay an extra day
Yeah, we had to stay an extra day or something like that.
The last
okay.
time y'all went?
in December. Yeah,
Wow.
and what happened was they canceled my exit row seat. Like when they canceled the flight, I didn't have my exit row seat, so I had to sit with the regular people in these old tight. And I had been in South Africa for 2 weeks and had gained 10 pounds. So now it's extra tight on me. You know what I'm saying? And then the people in the front want to lay their seat. Man, go ahead, bro. You know it's too damn small for you to lay that thing back, man. Man, look, bro. Don't make me start that fight on this plane, bro. If you don't put your seat up, man, it's gonna be a problem. So, so I asked the man, the stewardess man. I said, stewardess man, can I move through this?
That's how you said. That what you called it, stewardess man? Bruh.
I said,
Don't
stewardess
get
man,
on
can
plane
I move?
embarrassing us, bro.
Look, I'm peeping the whole time because the plane ain't left yet. I'm peeping like the exit row really wasn't full. And I'm just peeping like
10 rows back.
yeah. And I stand up and look.
Above the seats.
I said, okay, ain't nobody over there, ain't nobody. The door closed. Stewardess man, can I move? And you know, because Adrian was sitting next to me, I was like, man, look, I can't do this. I can't.
With the broken screens on 2 flights.
On 2 flights.
Screen broke.
TV.
What is going on?
I'm watching Denzel movies and everything all the way there, and she ain't got no TV.
I'm looking at yours. Let me share that with you. United.
Man, and we flying United again?
Yeah.
Man, we said we wasn't gonna do that no more. We said we wasn't gonna do United no more. United is the ghetto.
That old ass plane we got off from New Orleans. It was old.
Man, United is, man, what's them little,
We're not gonna have sponsorships like this though.
oh, shout out to United, man. Man, what's them little buggies that be going around the little vans with the people on it in South Africa? I guess they call them taxis.
Oh,
Like the little shuttles.
buggies, the van.
Them vans, them taxis. That's what that United trip from London to New Orleans was like, riding on one of them little vans. You know? It was like riding on one of them little vans with wings, man. I was like, I thought we said we weren't gonna do them no more. We was gonna do Delta. Man.
Delta like
Yeah.
cancel.
Guess what? It could be Alpha, Delta, Gamma, whoever. As long as it get me out of here.
Man.
What Greek plane it is?
I don't know about no spirit now.
No, y'all with that was this. We'll be some spirits.
Okay, we're gonna
We'll be some spirits for real.
Colombia. We rode Spirit to Colombia.
Man,
And it was a great trip.
man, Spirit had you on there in folding chairs. You hear me?
That's the phone, the chairs. The white ones or the white blue ones or the metal, the brown.
The brown metal folding chairs. Sitting straight up, no TV, no
Bro, I'm not
recline,
paying
no nothing on that thing, man. But
We saw our itinerary.
No.
We got way off.
way off subject. We talk. The people will be like, man, these people just be
What
clowning.
they talk about?
People ain't gonna take us serious
What
no
else we
more.
need to see this
All we
trip?
do is laugh the whole interview.
Brandon, did you go to the Apartheid Museum last
No,
time? So you gotta go see, because you learned about Steve Biko. I mean, we started off talking about Steve Biko, and Cry Freedom was a phenomenal movie.
man.
Steve Biko and the the Black consciousness movement played and they picked up this Steve Biko picks up these. Well, his ideology is influenced by people like Malcolm and people like the Nation of Islam and Malcolm, which is unique because Denzel plays Steve Biko in the movie. 10 years later, he plays Malcolm in the movie, right? So with that being said, you have to see the Apartheid Museum, right? Okay. I don't know if it was open last time because of COVID or whatever have you, but it is so. First of all, when we first went, maybe the weekend before or 2 weeks before, we took the children to the Rosa Parks Museum in Alabama, so that they could be able to make the comparisons between Jim Crow and apartheid. And it was really moving. When you walk in there, you see the ID badges, the ID cards that say, you know, white or colored, or I don't know if it didn't say Negro, did it? It said black, huh? I forget what it said. But you see that, and man, you really witness the atrocities that Black South Africans went through, colored South Africans. You can really question, you know, how out of touch with their humanity the colonizers and the British were with this system of racial oppression. Man, it is truly disturbing to see.
You know, I was watching it and I'm thinking to myself, you have to have a different type of blood flowing through your veins to allow a man to sit and be tortured. I think he was in there for almost a month. Yeah. He went in there in August. He died in September. And then y'all send him on a 700-mile ride to a hospital because you're saying you don't want him to escape. So you're going to send him to the police hospital that's 700 miles away.
Wow.
When they checked him, when they went in the hospital, No reflexes, nothing. Barely breathing.
Man.
What? Who
What's
does
running
that?
through your veins? Yeah.
What's running through your veins,
Yeah.
man? What's
I'm
running
telling
through
you.
your heart?
Last night I watched a documentary called, I think it was called Dreamland, but it was about Little Rock, Arkansas. And a part of this documentary, Little Rock, you know, we talk about Black Wall Street and Rosewood. We didn't have well, Little Rock, Arkansas had its little black downtown that had all these thriving Black businesses. Well, a situation happened where a white man had done something to a white woman. He escapes and he's off. He's out of Arkansas. Well, the white people, this is how crazy this is. White people were mad and felt they needed somebody to blame.
Oh, somebody gonna get this charge.
So they found a random Black man. And this is how it's described in the documentary. Like, this person there was no evidence that this person had anything to do with anything. They knew who had committed the assault against the white woman. It was another white man, but he's gone. So they needed somebody to blame. So they found a random brother. And when they described what happened to him from taking his body, after they brutally beat him, they took his body and tied it to the back of a truck, and they drug it from the back of the truck and drove all up and down. It was called 9th Street. So 9th Street was where all the Black businesses were, right? And they drove up and down 9th Street, right? This type of trauma, this type of terrorism that they were doing. Then they went into the Dreamland was a big theater where Black people would have concerts and stuff, right? They went and took some benches out of the theater, set them on fire, and then hung his body over the fire to let it burn. And at one point they said, listen to how evil this is. When his arm fell off, his arm had burned and fell off, one person was using it to direct traffic, because that's how many white people were coming to see this desecrated, burned Black body. You have to wonder what's going through the veins and the minds.
How can you not get angry? How can you not get angry when they kill 700 children in one incident, 700 school-aged children, right?
Wow.
I got one even better for you. I was reading after the movie that I forgot what year that they passed, where prosecution without trial means they could put you in jail without fair trial or what have you. They listed all of the people, the Black people that died under that era. It didn't stop till well after 1980 something. And they list the name, and they list the reason. They list the name, the day they died, and the reason that was listed on the transcript of why they died, how they died in jail. Suicide, they hung themselves, they fell 10 floors down, they starved themselves, all self-inflicted injuries. Another inmate killed them. It was horrible.
Horrible. And
they had Steve Biko on there listed as he died from a hunger strike.
Wow.
He died, they said he died from a hunger strike. That case went to court several times. Nobody was ever found at fault for that. They said that the autopsy report said that, how did they describe it? The injuries, the injuries were not, even though he died from a traumatic brain injury, the injuries were not consistent with, being inflicted by another person. But then you see the body, they got pictures.
Right. I mean, bruised up, swollen.
Almost looking like Emmett Till almost.
Yeah.
And then my heart broke when, the wife had to go and look at her husband.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like and still we as Black people, even after those type of things are done to us for no reason, we still have a heart of gold. We still don't hate. We still don't hate. But you've done all of this to me. I've not done you anything but be Black.
There's no
shades darker than you.
There's no evidence in history of a Black nation going into Europe, invading Europe. I mean, I guess you could talk about Hannibal and the Moors, but we didn't go and bother those people.
Man, we don't mess with people.
No,
we mind
no.
our business.
No.
We
So
mind our business.
that type of, and you know, so that's how you know there's something, you know, special running through the veins of many Black people, because you know we got some Black people got some problems, but as a whole, there's something special because even to this day, we have not taken on the spirit of hatred,
and have every reason to.
and they have given us a plethora of reasons to be like, I dislike you, I hate you. And I think that's even sometimes, and not to get too much into it, but there are people who criticize South Africa and say, you know, Mandela decided to call it a rainbow nation. He tried to be inclusive instead of saying, you know, white people get out. Like, I think, what was that? Idi Amin did it, you know, put the white, they said, no, okay, you've been here. We're going to make this a rainbow nation, right? And
still trying to include.
Still trying to, and there are pro-Black folk who are interested in going back to Africa, but they're very critical of South Africa for the role that Mandela played in trying to make it a rainbow nation, because we don't have that spirit of hatred. We don't have that spirit of, you know, and they better, you know, some people say in America, right? White people should be thankful that we are interested in equality and not revenge. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
In revenge, they would have a problem. You got 40 million people here. Yeah, we may be outnumbered, but you got that's hard to handle. Yeah, you know, it's hard to handle, man. But we done got buku serious right quick, huh?
Saying.
How did we need to? Because we always playing.
Right. Right.
True.
Yeah.
There's balance. They need to know we have balance.
Right. And the seriousness of the conversation. So when we talk about a Steve Biko, or better yet, a Hector Peterson, we can talk about Hector Peterson, and then we can contextualize that with a Emmett Till and how it affects the nation and how it affects what people see. Emmett Till's mama said, keep that casket open. I need them to see the ugly face of what racism looks like. And her baby was thrown into a river. And you know what happens when people get in the water, they get all bloated. And if you see that picture of Emmett Till in that casket, you'll be like, wow. Yeah. So
what kind of human being finds satiety?
I don't know what say it to me. You gotta
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't act like you don't do that. Satisfaction. Don't get on here and show off.
Let me Google.
Let me break it down.
What that mean? Go ahead.
Satisfaction.
All right.
What kind of human being finds satisfaction in standing there watching a body burn? And commenting on hearing the skin crisp. I can't even fathom that.
Man, you know, people are traumatized when they see somebody get shot in the street and they don't even know that person. People you can barely go to a funeral and look down at a dead body. Listen, my grandmama was like 94 or something when she passed about 2 years ago. We knew it was coming. She had stopped eating and everything. Yeah. We were sad. I cried a couple of days, and it was not until I'm at the funeral. My daddy's, he not crying, he laughing and talking with people, whatever, because we had resolved this. You know what I'm saying? It was not until I had to walk up and do the viewing of the body right before they closed that casket. And I looked down and I saw my mama. And then the tears, you can't help but look at a dead body and feel some type of way.
That's human. That's being a human.
You hardwired for that.
So put that into perspective. If you're hardwired for that, we are hardwired for that. How did you get hardwired for that? Like to not cry when you see a person burning, to not feel empathy or sympathy or no kind of compassion, to shoot a 7-year-old child in the back. And you find pleasure in that.
Right.
I have to question.
You have to wonder what kind of emotional and psychological gymnastics and dexterity an individual has to have.
Hold on, let me get my dictionary.
No. to be able to participate in that. You know, listen, we know folk in the street who done taken a life, and you see the change in them when that happens. You see a darkness come over. You remember me telling you about it's a darkness that comes over them. Their eyes get dark, and you can see that something has attacked their spirit because they have gone to a place, that they know there's no return from. So if that happens, how can you then be an individual to take your children, your babies out 5 and 6 and 7 years old and watch that? What has that done to them psychologically, right? And we keep in mind when we talk about these lynchings, or we talk about Steve Biko was in the 70s and the 80s.
That's not long ago.
Yeah, this not. We're not talking centuries ago.
His kids are still living.
Right.
Like, we're not talking about centuries or not even 20, 30. This is like now.
My mama is alive. She was born in 1939, right? When we talk about the era of lynching, really starts in 1920 on into deep into the 60s, right? They think the last maybe recorded official lynching was sometime in the 70s. They lived through that. You see what I'm saying? They lived through what's her name? Ruby Bridges from New Orleans. That woman alive. Ruby Bridges big alive. She's starting a new business. This woman ain't.
Talking to school children.
Yeah, she's still like, she big alive, right? They try to act like this was 100 years ago. No, the people that you did this to were not only alive, they are literally in their 60s and 70s.
That's why people are still looking for accountability.
Right.
It just ain't happened. This happened yesterday.
Right. Right.
You know, like, you trying to get away with murder, and this happened yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's one of the things that I do appreciate about South Africa. I know there's some South Africans who may not feel exactly how I feel, but at the end of apartheid and the beginning of Mandela's administration, he decides to have the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, I believe it was called. And if anything, they didn't have to necessarily get punished, but he made people admit their faults and made accountability. You see what I'm saying? And so then there becomes a real effort, right? No matter how successful it has been, there is an effort to kind of begin to put this behind us. This was a bad thing. We apologize. We know we messed up or whatever have you. Now can we put this? Our white family has yet to do that. Our white family is telling us not only will we not admit the truth, right? We're gonna tell you critical race theory is offensive to white people. We don't want that taught in school. That's what we at.
Well, they tell you making it up. Not the race card again.
Right.
Why you always pulling?
I always want to play the race card.
Right.
Man, that's the game we playing. This the game y'all create.
Human beings for sport and play.
Right.
Man.
What?
Real facts.
To have fun.
The nerve, the audacity.
Right,
the gumption.
Right.
Man.
And when we talk about like Black economics, we had these Black Wall Streets, 9th Street and Rose, we had it right here in New Orleans on Claiborne Avenue. Right. And then they
took it all.
They take it. They build big old
bridge.
A bridge to divide. How government infrastructure was used to destroy Black economics in cities across the South. This didn't just happen.
Isn't it funny how we subconsciously took it back or tried to take it back? Because that's where we hang it, under the bridge.
Oh yeah, right? that's what happened. Yeah. Do you know
it's
why on those poles that they got those trees painted? Because that's where it used to look. Claiborne Avenue used to be lined with trees, like oak trees, just like uptown on St. Charles. It used to be lined with oak trees, beautiful. You don't
see no bridges going across St. Charles, though.
No. Oh, no, they're not about to do that. And it would make more sense, don't you think?
It would.
But I mean, that's where we are. And that's the beauty of being able to look outside of where you are and see that there's a place where an opportunity may exist for you to build with your people, right? Even if they're distant cousins, they're still our people. You know, that's one thing
Man,
beautiful about our
it's an
South.
honor. It's an
Yeah.
honor.
Yeah,
It's an
to actually
honor.
have that.
I mean, they're
opportunity.
excited. They're excited about what I might bring to the table. Man, y'all have the table. I want a seat. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
On the table, tell me what I need to do. That's all.
Right.
Let me come here and be with my people and build and help me to put the trauma that we carry in our epigenetics, right? Sister Imani Shepherd, Dr. Imani Shepherd schooled me one time on these epigenetics. She's like, your DNA is like a string of numbers, a string of letters. And she said your epigenetics are like accents, you know, on those letters. It was I'm slow, so she had to break it down to me in a way that I could understand. So, but when you talk about those accents, those things that we carry with us, we didn't have to see a lynching, but if our mama saw it, or our grandmama saw it, that changed her DNA. It changed how experiences can change her DNA. So my wife would say, oh, you and your mama, y'all worry a lot. Well,
But you ask what kind of humans hunt for sport and play, the kind that come from out of the dark ages of Europe, out of the savagery and the violence of the European history.
All right, Elijah Muhammad.
No, because they were killing themselves before they exported that.
Oh,
come through.
Making it up.
What is the truth?
It's the truth.
Come through.
Hey,
They were doing it to each other.
It's in their DNA. It's
Right.
in their DNA.
I'm gonna tell you one thing I loved about what Steve Biko said. That I think in the movie they were asking about. He said, you know, all the tribal warfare going on in Africa. He's like, you guys have tribal warfare. He was like, they were like, well, what tribal warfare in Europe? He's like, what do you call World War I and World War II? You know what I'm saying? If that ain't tribal warfare, what's going on in the Ukraine and Russia right now? That is tribal warfare. They won't ever describe it as that. Oh, it's this crazy Russian. No, that's European tribal warfare. Right?
That's deep too.
Yeah.
I mean, they used to go straight savage with each other. These prison camps that started in Europe, the type of prison labor.
Georgia?
Man.
Yeah. I mean,
something else.
And keep in mind, that's when we start talking about
beautiful brown natives around the world. Like, oh, they're so nice. They're gonna be easy to do.
Easy to conquer.
Yeah.
Easy to conquer. They don't have no hatred in their hearts.
Oh, so sweet. They welcoming us.
They singing songs and stuff when they come. You know what I'm saying? Hakuna Matata.
Right. Get off my screen. Get off my screen right now.
Ooh,
get off my screen.
Ooh, we didn't know that it was like that. Ooh. We did not know that it was like that. We were naive people.
Just naive.
Right.
Because it ain't in our DNA. We don't think like that.
We don't even think like that. Elijah Muhammad said one thing, and again, I'm not that type of Muslim, but he did say that they went and studied war, right? Mm-hmm. We didn't, it didn't even cross our minds. Like there's this whole theory about children of the ice and children of the sun, right? Children of the sun living in tropical environments, you know, they can walk up the street, pull a mango off the tree. You see what I'm saying? They got their goats and their animals, right? They live a very peaceful life. There's abundance. So they don't have to go to war over. I got the mango right there.
It ain't no competition.
In Europe, where it is freezing cold and you don't have access to those resources, it turns you into, this is the theory, that the theory of the children of the ice, it turned them into more selfish people, more people, you know, who are willing to be more savage as it relates to getting their own and protecting their own. Right. So, you know, I don't know how well this plays out right now, but that's just the theory. And so when we look at them and we see some of their behaviors, now we can't say that's all of our white brothers and sisters, because I'm learning that even in Europe, see, we often think that whiteness is really a creation of the post-transatlantic slave trade here in the United States. Them white folks didn't look at, in Europe, them British white people didn't look at them Irish, we call them Ireland and all them white people. They didn't look at them people as the same thing. Them people weren't the same thing. They became the same thing when they got to the United States, and whiteness becomes a category.
Over there, it was like, you here.
Right. We won't get down with you. potato eaters.
What kind of potatoes they be eating, brother?
Irish potatoes.
Not the Idaho.
I don't know. They eat Irish russets or something. I don't know. I don't know what kind of potatoes will be eating. But they had famines in they land. Then people didn't look at Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia and all them as the same. Putin looks like a white man. If Putin moves to the United States and move to Georgia,
he look just like the white people in
Georgia. Going to look just like a regular white man. So but out there, he different. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Elon Musk is from South Africa. Mm-hmm. Think about this. Elon Musk is from South Africa. He moves to the United States. He accesses whiteness. Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, that's a category here. Mm-hmm. Even though it's been exported around the world, but he accesses whiteness.
It's it's what works for you.
Yeah.
It's the path of least resistance for him. That's his easy button. That's the easy button. Because they have a couple of buttons, right? Yeah. They got options,
Yeah, he got he was a man, he a white man, he got an accent. You already know. We always think that people with them accents, whether it be from South Africa or Britain, we always think they're smarter than us because they Simon Cowell be talking to people crazy. What's the dude who's the chef?
Ramsay.
Is his name Gordon Ramsay? Oh man, listen. If Gordon Ramsay was a black dude, we would never let him get away with how he talks. This freaking sucks, man.
He called it. Girl, he body shaming and everything on there.
A horrible human being.
Well, he got that accent.
Look, and I don't really watch it, but when you turn your TV on and you don't put the cable on with the TV, the regular TV come on. He always on there. Chris is somebody out in the kitchen.
Yeah.
They ain't making the scallops right. He calling people fat and sloppy. I'm like, y'all really want this. Because I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it on there.
Right. Boy, he come with that accent, and that's a wrap. We think he's smart. We be like, he gotta know what he's talking about. He got an accent. Y'all seen that movie on Netflix?
He had to learn that accent. That's why he's smart.
Like he wasn't born with it. But it's crazy because that's the way we were told that people in South Africa view the American accent. Mm-hmm. Like we know something extra because we have this accent. But there's this movie on Netflix called Creating Anna or Inventing Anna or something like that. And it's a white girl, young girl, 25, 26. She comes from Germany or Russia or something like that. And she goes into New York and she start lying to people, start telling her that she's worth $60 million. And they start accessing, she uses whiteness, right? Because she's young and she's white.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's on Netflix right now. It's like the number 2 thing on Netflix. But she's accessing whiteness. But on top of that, they was like, how did she do it? And they keep, well, why did people believe her? I'm like, y'all missing the whole thing. She got the accent. She got the accent. When a white person got a British accent or English accent, if it ain't an American accent, you think they smarter.
Not only that, she got the complexion for the protection too.
Big facts. Big facts. So she accessed whiteness and she had the accent, It wasn't a British accent, it was a Russian, German, but we don't know the difference.
Well, she gotta be worth millions.
Right. She gotta be upper crust. Look how she hold her teacup.
Look how her pinky extend. Man,
look, it's been an hour and 30 minutes.
Gonna look at this interview, they're gonna say the same thing they said last time. We don't know what this interview was about, but we laughed the whole time.
I don't even know if we got into the itinerary. I don't
It don't matter. If you watch this long, you're a soldier.
Man,
That's right.
If you watch this long, you're a soldier, and you probably sweating and laughing like me. Because I'm sweating and laughing. I think that's sometimes we just want to be involved in your conversation, see what you're really talking about, you know? And well, it'll be what? Now, I can't 6 days and about
10, 11, 12, 2 hours and 15 minutes.
I so right. She got it on the dot.
Count down.
6 days, but we say 2 hours and 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
We're gonna be there. And we're gonna cut up in South Africa March Madness. Family.
Touchdown.
Family.
Look, I'm so glad you didn't get to ask them other questions. We done ran out of time, so I'm glad.
No, I could tell you about Prince Akeem. You know, she showed the last video to Prince Akeem.
When is he coming on the channel?
Yeah, man. Man, call Prince Akeem right now.
Prince Akeem said he was weak laughing. He said, why they call me Prince Akeem? I said, coming to America.
The Royal Prince of Zamunda.
Oh Lord.
We got to come on.
We gotta get him on that, man. I gotta ask him about that rap video.
He said so listen, he did tell me he moved. He moved like an hour and a half away from Joburg. He said Joburg, Rosebank, too much fast life for him. He was drinking every day. Drinking and partying every day. I don't know. It ain't like if I knew, if he told me, I would know where it is. But
if he went to Hardee's, he got boot money.
I don't know.
He got plenty money.
I want something to wait.
I don't even know how to say it. Hard to be sport. All I know is they got
talking about Prince Akeem.
But look, they got a neighborhood.
You gotta stop talking about Prince Akeem.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. I want to talk about this neighborhood and Hardee's. We're gonna call it Hardee's. Okay. There's a neighborhood called Pecan Grove or Pecan Wood. Pecan Wood or Pecan Grove, one of the two. When Pecan Wood, then we're gonna roll with it right there. When I tell you that neighborhood is like, it put English turn to shame. Yeah. Too hard. Yeah, it's not too hard to put English turn to shame. I'm trying to think of, I don't want to go as far as say it's like Beverly Hills, because I think that'd be just a little bit too far. But it is like, it's Pecan Wood.
Yes.
Okay, I see you looking it up. But it's like, I don't know, it's a very, very nice neighborhood, and they got like a golf course and a pond in the middle. It is fire. So if somebody we know moved out there that way, I'm just saying, he working with some change. Shout out.
We gotta talk about, we gotta leave Prince Akeem alone.
Okay, yeah.
Because I done met a couple of people, through this, everybody that gave me my new name, Mother Elephant, and all of this. So I've been talking to a lot of different people, establishing new connections and
yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, one of them came for me.
He came what?
He came for me. One of them came for me. I said, Lord, what have I done?
Yeah. He said, listen, we don't play. We be talking marriage over here.
That man said if she's single, I'm ready for her.
I'm ready to snap off. Let's get married. Meet me at the altar in your white dress.
Boy, get off my screen.
Going downhill.
Hey, listen, that's big facts though. I like that about him. I like the fact that if they are interested in a woman, they're not. It's different. You don't hear a lot
Yeah,
about
they're
them.
very, very intentional.
Intentional. Yeah,
Mhm.
man. I think even Ashley mentioned that.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like A, B, C, D. You know, I'm a systematic person. So,
Yeah,
you know,
that works
I
well
have
for
an
you.
appreciation for,
Yeah.
Right.
for the process. Yeah, but he's interesting. I'll just say that.
All right, we gotta meet him too. Now we gotta get him a name.
Huh?
We gotta get him a name.
I'm gonna ask for permission to say his name.
I'm gonna give him a name.
I don't want your name, man.
Yeah, I don't want your name, man.
I don't know. We're gonna call him Bob. We're gonna call him Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder. No, we gotta come up with something that fit him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he's intentional. We need something that means intentional.
Oh, he go, I don't know, what, the Lion King?
Well, you know I'm the one that line out. Ain't no we're gonna be throwing lions around. Yeah.
So just listen, do you follow any of the Real Housewives?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Portia got her a new husband.
So ironically,
call him Simon.
Simon,
her new African big man.
Really? So interesting. So remember, one of the husbands has the same name
as your boy name.
Yes.
Wow. See how you brought that up?
It's a living husband.
Yeah, because one of them husbands died, huh?
Yeah, rest in peace.
Pete, what's his name?
No, Greg.
Yeah, Greg. God bless the dead.
Right. No, Peter's an ex-husband.
Big Zulu.
Big Zulu.
He's Zulu.
Might be onto something, huh?
He's Zulu.
I don't know what all that is.
You don't know if he's Zulu or not? You gotta ask him what he is. You gotta ask him if he's Zulu.
I don't know.
Dang.
But Adrian on the right track.
Oh, okay. Pete.
Pete.
Pistol Pete. He quick on the draw. You heard me? He quick on the draw.
Cocked and loaded.
Shout out to Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete. My man. Oh, that boy gonna be mad at me. Y'all stupid.
Oh man, we gonna have to bring him on. We have to link up and bring him on.
You guys will get to meet him.
Cool. Well, shout out to Pistol Pete, man. You know, we might have to put him and Prince Akeem in the boxing ring. Let him duke it out.
Don't do that. Don't do that. There you go, being messy.
You must win her favor.
Yeah. Can't let my sister be out with nobody that can't protect herself. You gotta hold up, you gotta turn them down. Man, look, thank y'all so much for watching.
Thank you for coming out. See you next week.
God, we were for a while. We still on this thing?
Man, in about 2 hours. Then people gonna be like, man, what is this?
Nobody watching all that.
And what's crazy is somebody watching because they'll make the comments about Pistol Pete and be like, man, how you watched all
That was
that?
way at the end. That was way at the end. Shout out to Pistol Pete.
You gotta send this when this one go. You gotta send this to Pistol Pete. Yes, it's brought it. Look, bro, I feel like I done lost weight. I'm sweating and
Man,
everything.
Pistol Pete was following you all before I even did the interview.
I know who you talking about now. Oh, yeah. We gotta bring him on.
Yeah.
We gotta bring him on.
We got
We gotta have that conversation with him.
I'll ask him.
I have a feeling we're gonna have to learn about your trip when we get back on the plane. I have a feeling we're not gonna see you for some days, Brandy.
I think I'm gonna just be. It's gonna be a whole series on my own.
Brandy got to start her own
We got
channel.
the Joe Bird and we lost Brandy.
Yeah. We gotta go in the mood, man. What's happening?
We never saw her again.
B, we gotta move. Man, look.
You gotta move.
We gotta move, man. Like, I know we move, but you gotta come. Let's stop playing. You only got one life to live. That's all they give you to do it.
Look, I told you, you know how I roll.
Hey,
be out
I know
there
your
be
brother
like,
about it.
oh, man, I be talking to this boy. He here one day, the next day, I'm in St. Martin. What? You was just in Texas yesterday. I'm in Canada. I'm gonna holler at you when I get there.
That's life.
Life.
Living this life.
Yeah.
You only get one life to live.
I'm telling
That's
you,
all they give you to do it.
But
Be
in
grateful.
all honesty and all jokes aside, I really feel like this is where I'm called to be. You know, I don't want to make a hasty, risky decision because I still have minors, right? Still have minors in the house.
Yeah.
So I would probably, if I were by myself, it would be a different ball game.
Right.
I see when I see you, you know,
Right.
but the good thing about my kids are that they're homeschooled.
Oh.
So their curriculum is online. So just like if you have a virtual job, you guys can do the virtual job from wherever.
Yeah.
Right.
They can do school from wherever, right?
Yeah.
So that's the good thing about having them homeschool, the flexibility of it all. So I'm really considering it though. I know how I am. I'm so checked out, like
say, I'm gonna say this next trip is not gonna help. Because you're gonna get there and you're gonna get all of this you're gonna see all of the opportunity that's being presented in front of you. That
and
easy
I'm gonna leave
button
there,
that you
I'll
talk
probably
about.
leave there with a contract.
You see what I'm saying? No, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, you sent an email. You ain't sent a resume, go
Nothing.
through 16 interviews and all that. You sent the email and people said we are willing to sit down and show you everything that we got because we want you here. Your skills are valuable.
If I send a resume, I'm straight.
Yeah.
I might have me a whole job.
You
Might be
dig?
able to. I'm serious though. I'm serious. I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, I know we'll be there, and I know if you don't move, you'll be back 10 times. You know.
Right.
You dig? Prince Akeem. I mean, Pistol P got money like Prince Akeem. I'm trying to see something. Pete. I'm trying to see something.
You asking for a friend?
I'm asking for a friend because
Akeem was rolling nice.
because Akeem.
You saw what I pulled up in.
luggage.
You saw what I pulled up in.
But it ain't always about the money. It ain't always about the money, but you know, Akeem, yeah, big facts. Akeem, yeah, I'm telling you, it's a hard act to follow. Mr. P. Mr. P.
Don't sleep on Pete now.
He might got it. I don't know. I'm not saying he don't. I'm not saying he don't.
He got the loaded, I told you.
Oh, okay, big facts. All right, cool. Oh,
Come on, Pete.
All I'm saying is Prince Akeem. I'm telling you, the boy got royal bathers. He got.
You finna make this old soap opera. Get off my laptop.
Let me go, man. We did too much. All right, let me stop this. All right, y'all. See y'all soon.